Tyra here.
Good afternoon. Obviously, we love these kind of press conferences. Today, as you just got noticed in your hand there, we have a great announcement that's taken a lot of energy and a lot of effort on both sides of the table, literally here today with our athletic department and with UPS. So, there's been a lot of collaboration, a lot of work. I think as I've got Captain Houston Mills here with me today, represent UPS. Brendan Canavan, Beth Ann Staley's here today. Mike Mangio, Mike Jones, the CFO, locally inside the Louisville office has taken a lot of effort. Megan Edwards, Michael Dudas, and others inside our department has spent a lot of time. Stephanie Shea, can't forget Stephanie, who's been a great advocate as well, who's now in Atlanta. But the Louisville operations here is where this really originated and the conversations got going. And we've had a 20-year relationship with UPS, but I think in this time around, we were trying to think about obviously renewing and thinking about a longer term relationship, but we were patient about in these discussions, much like we've had with other partners, is we're going to be in this a while together. So let's make sure we get it right. And it's not that we can't add things along the way or amend things, but was trying to think where the focus was. And as most of you've heard in these agreements, particularly this one, I'd say we talk about the student-athlete experience, and in this one, we're focused in that Thornton Academic Center a great deal with career development, life skills, and things we're doing there. And in this case, we have the Metro College is very important to the university as well, and a couple thousand or so students get involved with that. But in this case, we do have a leadership academy, and it's really starting with the sophomore class. Freshman class, they get on campus, they need to get acclimated as a student athlete. They're trying to find out how to do time management and get their academics aligned, as well as the time management of being a collegiate athlete and the demands there. But in the sophomore years, we're really trying to move them into, the what's next in life, and they're more adjusted. So we're putting that together with the UPS team. So they've always been a part of job fairs and all the things we have here. But this one takes a step further. We're definitely working more hand in hand in our Thornton Academic Center with Alyssa Murphy's here, Monica that works in that group with Marvin Mitchell and team. This one's pretty exciting. That obviously the size of the agreement, $5 million in the term, 13 years, is pretty significant to both sides. So you don't get to that point with a lot of proper planning and thinking about how we're going to add value to both sides, and we've been able to do that and had a lot of great support here, as mentioned, here in Louisville. Brendan's been a great advocate, and then also down in Atlanta, and Jim Barber, the COO, who I've got to meet with and talk with a couple times as well, has really moved us to this point. So we're happy to announce it. We've been patient and thoughtful with all the UPS team. I know they have, and we're going to continue our partnership. Not just another 13 years. It'd be longer than that. But and UPS will certainly grow here in the community, and we're excited about how the university can do that from our student population as well as our student athlete population. So, but with that, we're fortunate to have Captain Houston Mills here, who's the Vice President of Flight Operations and Safety from UPS, to make a few comments as well, and then we'll open up some questions.
Well, thanks, Vince. Appreciate it. As Vince said, I'm Captain Houston Mills, UPS Airlines Vice President of Flight Operations and Safety, and I'm really thrilled to be here on behalf of UPS to participate in the sponsorship announcement. UPS is proud to renew our cornerstone sponsorship with the University of Louisville football program. As Vince mentioned, our shield has been a fixture on the stadium for more than 20 years now, and the UPS flight deck remains a great place to watch a game, as well as our jets that are coming in from all over the world. And I can think of no better place than where you can celebrate a touchdown and hide by the pilots as they're flying by. So it's pretty cool. UPS and UofL have been symbiotic for nearly 4 decades. Since our airline operations started operating in 1982. We depended on UofL for talent on our front lines as well as our top executives, many of whom are working in senior executive positions today. As Vince mentioned, over 2,000 folks working for us in our worldwide operations, many of whom are going to college for free through our Metropolitan College partnership. So we're really excited about that. We have another 2,300 UofL graduates that are working in a part of our management team as well as in supporting roles, to include our CFO, and our corporate vice president of security, both UofL graduates. UofL, for its part, with the UPS, looks to us for guidance in academic programs, as a partner in recruiting students, and for financial support. So together, we've been able to collaborate a lot on economic and social development projects and make the community around us a stronger and more vibrant place. Now, I can tell you, as a former college athlete myself, I remember when people helped me to grow and learn as I was going through, and for that, I'll be honest, I'm forever grateful. So I'm really honored to be here on behalf of UPS to participate in this sponsorship announcement, which is going to celebrate mentoring, speaking, and intern opportunities for Cardinal athletes. College athletes understand hard work and commitment to excellence, and they're highly desirable potential employees for UPS as well as others within the community. So we look forward to 13 more years of seeing the UPS shield displayed proudly on the football stadium. We look forward to many wins by Coach Satterfield and the Louisville Cardinal team. And Vince, we look forward to greater collaboration with the University of Louisville to make our city, our state, and our region an outstanding place to live, to work, and to play. So thank you, and go Cards.
Oh, much appreciated. Thank you, Captain. Questions regarding our partnership?
Vince, how is this money to be paid, and is it earmarked for any particular purpose?
I think the list of items we just mentioned is where it's earmarked primarily. If there's any to be left over beyond the leadership and the academy and some of the things we're doing over in the Thornton Academic Center, we go to our next step fund, but it's paid ratably over the 13 years.
Have you had any conversation with John Schnatter about naming rights for the stadium?
That's been dormant. I think there'll be a time probably to have that conversation. Frankly, as you can tell with this initiative, we've been focused on other things inside the athletic department. But it's a conversation that, and it'll have its time, I'm sure. I think John's been focused on his initiative with Papa John's and less about the stadium naming.
I will say that the Cornerstone sponsorship is pretty exciting, because with the Leadership Academy, it's going to give us the opportunity to really mentor and influence a lot of good students. We'll have executive speaking engagement opportunities. We'll have a series of opportunities to bring folks over for internships, so the engagement of the student athlete is really going to grow immensely through this sponsorship. We're very excited for that opportunity.
Vince, you mentioned the student enhancement, the student athlete. Can you just expound more on what this will mean for your student athletes to have this opportunities?
Well, obviously UPS is a terrific employer, not just in Louisville, but globally. And it does provide a lot of opportunity. Houston mentioned the numbers that we have today. They're employees of UPS, and they're not shrinking; they're growing here. And I think that in the athletic department, our graduation rate's 88% with our student athletes today, and that's growing. We're pushing hard on that, and I think some of these initiatives that we've been able to get, particularly with UPS, and where we told that we were going to designate dollars to help that. We have a lot of tutoring, a lot of from literally to the life skills of etiquette and things like that, how to interview and all those things, making our student athletes more professional and more valuable as high candidates, when they go out there. I think we all know what the employers, when we have our job fair, our career fair in the Thornton Academic Center, generally we're out of space because so many want to come. They're attractive candidates, and we've seen that. The enterprise rental car, where they're going to be $400,000, going to be something other than a professional athlete, and we just want to make sure that we're shaping them nicely when they're ready to go. That they're mature young adults and ready to take on responsibility, and that's why we get into the internships and mentorships that Houston talked about. We do this with other companies, not near the breadth of what we do, and not near the maybe involvement that we do with UPS, and I think that's because they want to do it, and I think Beth Ann's in here today. I think you know that Stephanie, if she was here, she'd say the same thing, that how they're really engaged with the partnership and take advantage of it. I think that's this is not just putting your name on a sign. This is pretty in-depth, cool stuff that we're able to teach and expose our student athletes to some good stuff that's happening here in Louisville, and then if they have interest outside Louisville, have at it. But we'd love to have them here.
And I would add, Vince, that it's interesting with our Metropolitan College partnership. UofL has really been at the forefront just economically and helping with employment of young people, and so this is really a great continuum of that same area with the student athletes. And to Vince's point, it's really important for us to influence and help these athletes develop. So as part of that mentoring, that becomes public speaking and everything else. So we can really make sure that these students are going to be successful, well beyond, those athletic endeavors that they do.
Kind of an offbeat question, but you mentioned high-fiving pilots as they come through. How much clearance do the planes have to
There's
have over the
plenty,
stadium?
there's FAA regulations, sir, and I'm a captain on the 75767. I can tell there's plenty of safety clearance. I can't give you the exact foot, but
Okay.
it's all within the guidelines.
What, do you own a drone or something?
Got a father-in-law who's works for UPS.
Well, thank you for your service. Appreciate that.
Any other questions from anyone? Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.